Welcome to the University of Miami School of Law seminar on the constitutional crisis. My name is Michael Froomkin, and I'm the convener of the seminar. We're exceedingly fortunate to have a star-studded list of speakers this semester, and our goal is to publish their remarks online in due course. The speakers' remarks will in each case be followed by a student discussion, but we will not be publishing that due to privacy concerns. So my idea for this seminar was born from a sense of crisis and a sense of obligation. As the Association of American Law Schools put it in a statement earlier this year, quote, "All of our law schools are committed to ensuring the continuity of the rule of law through the education of our nation's next generation of lawyers and judges. Our graduates, when sworn to the bar, take an oath pledging to support the rule of law and the Constitution of the United States. These are not partisan commitments. They are foundational to our country and what it means to be a lawyer," unquote. Similarly, around the same time, a statement signed by hundreds of independent law professors warned, quote, "The opening weeks of the second Trump administration convince us, as law professors who have spent years studying the American legal system, that we're beginning to see unfold the gravest threat to the rule of law and its constituent principles, the separation of governmental powers, the independence of prosecutorial authority, the inviolability of human rights, the transparency of government action, and the sanctity of constitutional accountability itself, ever presented in our lifetimes. The fundamental guardrails of our constitutional democracy itself are threatened and notably battered. They are, as we write, at risk of complete collapse." And then later in the statement, they said, "We hope that all Americans, and especially all lawyers, will recognize the gravity of the situation and be prepared to answer the challenge with the urgency required in the days, weeks, and months ahead," end quote. So our topics in this semester range widely to cover many aspects of an ongoing legal, political, and I would say moral crisis today, one arguably comparable to the run-up to the American Civil War. We'll discuss how best to characterize the transformation of our federal and sometimes state governments, how to weigh the campaign against immigrants, which appears increasingly violent, the campaign against universities, law firms, medical and other science, and what the increased control of the civil service, and in some cases mass firings, means. We'll talk about the alleged legal basis for these executive actions, plus for declarations of emergency, impoundments of appropriated federal funds, and the role of courts in limiting and permitting all of the above. Finally, we'll talk about what law and its constituent principles, the separation of powers, what law might do in the form of formal correctives, and conclude with a look at what all of us, lawyers and other citizens, and also non-citizens, can do to cope with what seems every day to be deepening and frightening trends in our governance. Benjamin Franklin, when asked whether he and his colleagues had delivered a republic or a monarchy, famously warned that we have a republic, but only if you can keep it. Can we?